Lucky Boys Podcast.
When MMA fighters are training, some do train hardcore, and they kind of like they kill themselves, they kill their bodies, and they can't train for longevity.
Right.
But when you're in fight mode, you want that, lung capacity, you want that longevity.
Right.
So some people, some fighters, they don't train hardcore. They just train enough, and then the next day they train just enough, and then it's more of like, okay, I can train every day now instead of I can train 3 times a week.
Right. I think everybody has to find what works for them.
Yeah.
And it also depends on what you're training for. Like, if I'm trying to train for a marathon, I'm gonna be training differently than if I have a basketball tournament.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Or if I'm fighting somebody, I'm gonna have, in a weird parallel universe that I'm a UFC fighter or a boxer. I would definitely train differently than I would for a basketball tournament. It's just a completely. Well, actually, the fighting is the hardest training. I think you have to like Bruce Lee once said, if you're fighting somebody, you got to train everything, every muscle group for every situation, especially if it's MMA.
Right.
Right.
You attack with any part of your body, like Conor McGregor. Like, he's able to use any appendage, his pinky, his shoulder, his everything.
Right. I would say more like, Conor for sure. Jones.
I haven't seen anyone fight like
Khabib.
Conor in terms of using any body part to strike. I haven't seen
shoulders and stuff like that. But but you gotta play your strengths, right?
Definitely.
And I think Conor, what he did in his last fight was very interesting.
Oh yeah, that was
those shoulder
insane.
strikes.
Yeah,
that was so interesting, and I've never seen anything like that. To the point where a lot of people said that it was a setup. There was a lot of arguments saying that conspiracy theories saying like, oh yeah, Cowboy took a dive.
No.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
I'm not part of that camp. Like, he really fucked them with those shoulders.
I think Conor definitely trained. He said himself he was more focused in his training.
I saw the training
Yeah.
video. I mean, he looked great, man. He looked excellent, man. But I do want to see him back in the ring, man. Like, against someone that maybe not as easy, because. And I'm not saying Cowboy was easy, but
you think Cowboy was past his prime at that point?
It sure looked like it, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Didn't it look like it?
Yeah.
It wasn't like watching Joanna versus
Weili Zhang.
Yeah, Weili Zhang, right? It wasn't.
Yo, that fight, that was an amazing fight.
I almost shed a tear watching that fight, man.
It's like, yo, represent.
No. It wasn't,
not like that.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. Because they both gave it their all. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Definitely.
They both gave it their all. Like, there was parts where I'm like, oh my gosh, look at, like, her forehead went.
Oh yeah.
She got lumped up, but she's still in there. She was dizzy and all that, but she's still staying. You gotta respect her for that. Like, you have to respect someone that got a lump like that in their head,
still going,
but they're still thinking about winning and still want to stay in the fight and still giving a good fight.
Yeah.
You gotta give Joanna her props, yo.
Yeah.
Like, and like, I'm not going, like, I'm a fight fan first, and she may be Chinese, and all that, and I'm Chinese and cool, and I love to see that representation, the Asian representation, no matter where it comes from. I'm with it, man. But at the same time, I'm a fight fan first. Just like I'm a basketball fan first. Like, I love Jeremy Lin and what he did, while he was in the Knicks, because I'm a New York Knicks fan first. You know what I mean? And it's tough being a Knicks fan, but what Jeremy Lin did, if he was Jeremy Lamb, or Jeremy, whatever, Rodriguez.
Yeah.
It didn't matter to me, man. I would have still rooted just as hard. But the fact that he was Asian, and I saw so many more Asians getting involved in the sport, it made it a little more exciting. That, okay, I look around and there's more diversity in here now. Like, I think that's what's key, is it's influenced a generation of people that's more mixed into the game. And that's what I appreciate about it. It's not for me going, oh yeah, pride, Chinese pride. It's not that. I love, if it was like a Mexican UFC fighter, I'd get excited about that too. Cause like, I just love seeing the diversity that comes in it, especially when we go out and watch the fights.
Oh yeah.
It's just fun seeing a mixed crowd. Like I said, I love different backgrounds. And look, Conor McGregor, when he first came on the scene, nobody seen an Irish guy do what he did.
Yeah.
And look at what he was able to contribute. He was able to bring the game to a whole nother level, right? And like no one ever heard of an Irish guy speak the way he did, have that type of energy, that type of swagger, and back up everything he did that time. That was incredible. Nobody saw it. And dress as well he did. He was charismatic. He was just an excellent shit talker. He was just
he was good at shit talking.
but
especially during press conferences.
At the same time, he followed like the art of fighting. You know, like he would just, he knew how to do it. He didn't buy into the celebrity. He kept, he was loyal to his group. Just that story was fucking amazing to follow, man. Like it was just incredible. That shit was so inspiring. As soon as I see something like that, I was like, yo, motivated me, get up off my ass and do a couple of more reps. You know what I mean? Like that was super inspiring. And it came from an Irish dude. That's why I'm saying I'm open to everyone, and I'm glad that he was Irish. I'm glad it was an Irish champion that from Ireland, because that story, when you dig past the Irish surface and you go to the root, that's my story too. I had it just as hard growing up. You know what I mean? There's so many parallels. I could, just the human nature of the struggle, coming up against the odds, wrestling against like mental negativity, your parents, your surroundings, the uncertainty of life, following a dream that almost seems impossible, visualizing, and people saying you're crazy for it. When you're visualizing a dream that again, you're in a fucking 500 square foot apartment, and just visualizing something that seems impossible. You're in a hoopty car, and you're just visualizing yourself in this like Bentley and all this amazing like materialistic stuff. But at the end of the day, he made it come true. So it's inspiring because he was able to get everything he wanted. He became a champion. He became known. He was able to take care of his family. He was able to generate wealth and bring businesses. So yeah, I just find that those qualities extremely admirable.